person. She came in, I think the diagnosis was evaluation of endometriosis. And again, this is a fairly old case, so forgive me. So you can see, the bladder dome, and you can see that at the bladder dome we have this kind of T2 hypointense mass. You can see, kind of intermediate signal intensity. Maybe there's a focus of susceptibility there, right there. So it clearly is associated with the bladder dome. And then here it is on contrast. Oh boy, not everything came through. Oh, So you can see that it kind of has, again, that susceptibility artifact and kind of has relatively uniform contrast enhancement. Okay, so any thoughts?
Do you have FAT-SATs pre T1?
FAT-SATs pre T1. Here we go. So no, there were no T1 hyperintense foci.
What is it?
Urachal.
So we're thinking it's something in a urachal remnant. For endometriosis, we would have liked to see some T1 hyperintensity, but since it's T2 hypo, that's still a possibility. It doesn't look like the typical urachal adenocarcinoma on the T2.
Right.
Yeah. So we're thinking maybe endometriosis of the urachal remnant.
Right. So this was kind of our working diagnosis as well, especially you can see that the patient had hysterectomy, but in the remaining ovary she had this endometrioma. So we also kind of went with endometriosis, but possibly can't really exclude adenocarcinoma of urachus to consider biopsy, and they did, and it was urachal-leiomyoma.
Wow.
So these are really, really rare. There are only a few case reports, and none of them are imaging. I found few pathology case reports, and based on the description, that's what patient and they describe the imaging findings, for each case, but don't show the images, and it seems like they look just very non-specific, like this mass at the urachus. At least one of them was described as being very necrotic, and they were fairly concerned that this was adenocarcinoma, but that was it. So I don't think it's something we can call prospectively, but okay.
I have one, I had a cool case that we thought was a urachal adenocarcinoma, and it turned out to be xanthogranulomatous cystitis of the urachus. So I guess anything the bladder also potentially could affect the urachus. Like you could get bladder leiomyomas, and you can get xanthogranulomatous cystitis of the bladder.
Right.
But diagnosis of exclusion post.
Right. No, this is all right. So.